That is my song, y'all. Listen, let me make some ground rules. I'm in good spirits, but I still have to make ground rules because, sometimes people take your kindness for your weakness, and they don't think you have a side that's a little aggressive. I seen a little shirt that say, I'm half hood, half holy," but I'm gonna say I'm all the way holy, but I still got hood in me. And either you're gonna pray with me or you're not, and you're not gonna play with me. But let me make some ground rules. Now, when I give my videos because I'm helping others to heal. If you are one of those ones that don't want to heal, don't watch the video. Sweethearts, keep strolling, keep going. You don't have to make a negative comment because I don't care about the algorithm. I'm going to tell y'all that off the gate. I don't care about how many subscribers I got. I'm trying to help people to heal. And I know it's not going to be people that's going to totally agree with what I say. That's cool. That's fine, because I totally don't agree with what half of people say either. But if it don't resonate with me, keep strolling because you will get blocked on my page. I do not play with negative people because negative people only got the foul things that comes out of their mouth. Is nothing you want to do to heal. If you don't want to heal, I'm not making you heal over here. Over here is your free will to heal. Now, if you don't want to heal, keep strolling, go on somebody else's page that like to play games. I don't play games because when it comes to a toxic person, even though it sounds like it's games, this is a deadly game. A lot of people are broken because of these deadly games, starting from childhood into relationships, workmanships, friendships, family ships, whatever it is. It's a lot of people broken. And when you say you don't care, who cares or who this, you do care because you would never comment if you didn't care. See, I know how it go when it comes to being healed and when it comes to being unhealed. Because if something makes you trigger where you have to give a bitter comment, then guess what? You're fragile too. You're frangible as well. You're fragile. You're brutal. You're bitter. And you don't want to be that way because the narc can sniff when you're still bitter. The narc can sniff when you're still upset because when you get mad and they ghost you, they go on solid treatment, they do whatever they do when they leave you, whatever addictions they got or whatever. Whenever they do that and you trying to figure them out or trying to find out where they're going, you're gonna start calling them, you're gonna start messaging them, you're gonna start cussing them out, you're gonna start talking what you did for them and all that. They like that stuff. That stuff fuels them to the highest because they know you're a bitter, and you are bitter when you do stuff like that. But I'm just saying this for the commenters that come on here. Who cares? I don't care. I got God on my side. Well, if you got God on your side, baby, then you ain't even gonna make that type of comment. God don't even give those type of comments. I am a living witness. I am delivered from everything, from my childhood wounds to relationships. I did just as much as dirt in my relationships did my relationships did me. Workmanship, I did not play no games. You're gonna fire me if you think you're gonna mistreat me. I was always just that type of person. I'm not gonna be in no fire that I can't put out. If that fire getting too hot, I know how to get out. I know how to stop, drop, and roll. I know how to get out the heat if I can't stand it, but I can stand a lot of heat. I just came out of a lot of fire and flames and thrown into the lion's den, taken down. Listen, it's nothing y'all can tell me that I have not ever been through. That's why I can resonate with everybody because I've been through it. God took me through the whole thing. And I was thinking today, I was like, man, I did not know that all that I went through was for this purpose right here, this very hour that a lot of people are soaking in their blood. And what I mean by you soaking in your blood, you're soaking in your misery. You're starting to be just like the, well, I'm going to put it like this. They say narc, borderline personality, CPD, MPD, psychopath, sociopath. Listen. If you're unhealed and you did not go and do the healing on yourself as well, guess what? You are no better than the narc. None of us is better than nobody. None of us is better than nothing. We all been hurt, we all been damaged, and we have hurt. That's why the Heavenly Father said, forgive your debtors as He forgive our debts. We got to repent too. We got to take accountability for the things we did too. And that's what I'm about. I'm about both sides. I'm not about nailing the narc in the head, as y'all call it. I'm just saying the narc because this is what's all over the internet. So I got to keep it in the road with what I say so y'all can resonate with what I mean. But we all were toxic. That's why we all have to convert from the bitterness, the hatefulness, the brokenness. We all been broken. We all been broken from childhood. Born into sin, shaped into iniquity. We all were born to fail. We were all born to submit to evil, no matter what. Your mother done failed you. Your father done failed you if you had a father figure in the house. I was just listening to how narcissistic, y'all see I got that four-letter word, not four symbol word, narcissistic father was in the home. I don't know, but I know how unhealed males are. Uncles, I take away the title. Now I understand how brothers are too. I take away the titles, they are males. So I understand how dominating a male can be when they're unhealed. They're very disrespectful. They're very dangerous because of their strength. They carry a jealous streak. So a man that's unhealed, I don't care if it's your father, your uncle, your brother, your male cousins, or whatever. If they are unhealed, they're gonna be totally disrespectful. Their vocabulary words is going to be horrible because what defiles a man, that what comes out of his heart, not what goes in his body, because it's a system to break the food down and whatever. You know where it go at, and boom boom boom, in the bathroom you go. But what defiles a man, and what I mean by man and woman, we all been broken, we all been bitter, we all been hateful, we all done projected, we done all gaslit, all these so-called names for these unclean spirit behaviors. We all done been through it. But me, I don't play when it comes to people that's still negative, because it's going to be betrayal, it's going to be deceit, it's going to be gossip, it's going to be games. And what I mean by games, just like if you trying to help somebody, but they just getting close enough to you to get a little bit of information, and they don't tell you. Now I'm gonna use this as friends. I don't do friends, but I'm gonna just talk about it as a people that got friendships. And you got your homegirls, and your homegirl never told you what your other homegirl told you. So I mean, your homegirl never told you what the other homegirl said about you until they get mad. So then when they get mad and they start beefing, now she gonna come sow discord because she wants you feeling the way she feeling. So she gonna tell you what the other friend said about you, why they mad. But when they were all happy go lucky, she never told you anything that your homegirl said about you until they crossed, past where they got angry with each other. Now she want to go sow discord so you can be on her side. I done seen this too many times out of friends. I don't do friends because I don't have time to go back and forth, because you don't know how many people hate you. And when I see friendships, a lot of people can't even be a total friend to another friend, because they're going to judge what you do, they're going to judge what you wear, they're going to judge what you say, they're going to judge how you act, and then you're going to start people pleasing. I don't people please nobody. If I can't have you as a friend and we can't chop it up and talk about situations and be mature about the situation, that's why I don't do friends, because it's a lot of broken. And I definitely don't do females. I never dealt with females from my mother and from their household when I was living with my grandfather and them. Me and them females never got along in that house. We were always ready to battle. So I don't do female friends at all. It's not like it's nothing wrong with females, but females don't. It's like you don't know your positions yet. You get what I'm saying? And I've been around a lot of women. And before I moved here, I was a union store of 5,000 people. And women always wanted to be in competition with one another. What she got on, what she don't got on, why she wear her hair like that, why she styling like that, why she looking like that. It was always like a competitional thing. And when you are carnal minded, that is what you live for. The flesh live for competition, comparison, downing, belittling, taking power when you live through the flesh, not by spirit, but by sight. You always comparing. You know, you be wondering why that man left you for that other woman. That man left you for that other woman because that man is carnal too. So if all of y'all carnal, you know, when you carnal minded and you living by sight, you're not loyal. There is no loyalty in that game called carnal. Living by the flesh. You live by the flesh, you corrupt, you reap corruption. The flesh reaps corruption because you're still blinded spiritually. I had to learn this. I had to learn this through my spiritual awakening by the Holy Spirit, not by man. Man is a failure. Man will fail you. Man is not equipped to hold their promises, their plans. I wasn't either. I tell people I'm coming. I'll be right back. I'll see you next week. I'll see you. No, I didn't because I had too much on my plate and I'm trying to stretch myself out to all these different people and I'm only one person. I had to take my power back. And you got to take your power back and get into yourself. You got to learn how to love yourself. You got to learn how to impress yourself. So when that narc or that toxic person unhealed come back in your life where you done gave your power to them for a very long time, guess what? Now they done put you beneath them. So when you try to come back and be powerful, that's when they're going to use every weapon that they got in their suitcase that knock you back beneath them because actually they need your power. You're not needing their power. You're the bread and butter. You're the breadwinner, meaning you're the one keeping them afloat. You're the one stroking that ego. You're not stroking the soul, you're stroking the ego. And the ego is nothing but an unclean spirit that is full of pride. A person that's full of pride will miss so many blessings. They'll be on a highway of loneliness. Sooner or later, they'll die alone if they don't convert over and get out of that negative thinking, get out of that walking by sight, getting out of comparing color and shapes and sizes, comparing you to their exes and all that extra stuff. And when you sit there and actually listen to this, they now taking it in that you're weak. When you actually sit down and let them compare you to what their ex didn't do or what their ex did do, now that if they can control your mind, it's called a mind game. When they can control your mind and weaken you whenever they feel like weaken you, now you're actually losing a lot of your power. You're actually going, your value is going down, just like house value, car value. You put so many miles on a car, the value go down. When you allow that toxic, unhealed person just send you through the ringer, and you just continuously let this happen, you're losing value on yourself, your inner self, and you become so blinded. You're thinking you're doing the right thing. This is right. It's cool to be submissive to evil. It's not cool to be submissive to evil. And it's not cool to let evil override you. It's not cool to not to confront it. That's why I say go back to your CPD, your childhood personal demons. Because if you getting in relationships, even workmanships, it's a lot of people that get these jobs and they scared to lose their jobs because they got bills or they got this or they got this to take care of. So you rather be in this job getting brutally battered verbally. Do this, do that. I used to be a union steward. So I know how those managers talk to those people, talk to them like they were nothing, talk to them like they were beneath them because they had these certain positions, supervisor, superintendent, CEO, district manager, plant manager. You know how I go in these jobs. No, no, no. I would never be under nobody disrespecting me. You can have your job and you might get knocked out for even trying me like this. And this is what happened in jobs as well. So you got so many people you have given your power to. First of all, you got your innocence taken away from you when you were a kid. If you didn't, then you done got into some peer trouble and you don't interact with some peers, and them peers seen that you were peer, and now they're going to corrupt you. So now you're going to start doing things that your peers do because they're going to tell you, oh, you a peer. Oh, you a good girl. Oh, you a good boy. Oh, they don't want to get into no trouble. Peer pressure is bad too. So when you want to feel like you want to fit in and you want to people please, now you're going to join evil, and then you're going to get into something that you can't get out of. So now you open up a doorway to darkness even wider. Now Satan and all his buddies can come up in you and do whatever they want to do. So it don't just start from a relationship. How do you handle working for somebody? How do you handle your job situations? Like they say, future frozen. You can only go but so far in a job, or they're gonna talk to you any kind of way. They're gonna threaten to take your job. Now you getting nervous. Now you fearing because you don't want to lose your job. So now you're on a highway running real fast, going past cars, trying to get to the job because you don't, first of all, don't want to lose your job. Secondly, you're afraid of your boss to tell your boss how you feel, because if you tell them how you feel, now guess what you're going to do? You might get fired. So now you're living on eggshells at your job. Then you're going to live on in eggshells. You're going to be walking on eggshells at your home. Then you're walking on eggshells when you're around your family. When is you going to get your power back? When is your power going to come back to you? When are you going to stand up for you? No matter what you lose, when are you going to stand up for you? A lot of men take advantage of women because a lot of women don't put their feet down. I tell y'all all the time, I do a 6-month orientation. And if that 6-month orientation don't fall out the way it's supposed to, then guess what? Next, I accept another application and see how this man is about in 6 months. Then I accept another application. I just keep going through applications until that one application is completed. You have to do applications. It's not how much money you make, not how much net worth you got, or net worth, or how much you done gain possessions. No, you want to know if they're emotionally regulating right. You want to make sure they can provide and protect. I'm talking about men, not women, because a lot of women let the men stay home, get on video games, hang out with the buddies, keep their car, come pick me up from work. Now you outside waiting for him to show up. You done had a bad day at work where everybody done bullied you at work. Now you got to wait for him or her to come pick you up with your vehicle. Then you get the vehicle and they're 30 minutes late, they're an hour late, then they come with disrespect too. It's time to take your power back. It's time. It's time to stop putting your all into nothing. And then when you put your all into nothing, now you're left with nothing, and they got your all going to mirror you to somebody else to get them in the same trap they got you in. So now this is this dead triangulation. Everybody, house A, house B, house C, house D, house E, house D, I mean F, house G, go down the alphabet. It's so many people paralyzed by this one being that is toxic. And it's only women, because men ain't gonna go through 1,000 men. Now, the only time a man will go with a woman that been with 1,000 men is just to get that lust shook off of them a little bit. So they'll go buy them a prostitute, they'll go buy them an escort, they'll go buy them a go-go girl, they'll go watch some strippers, they get lap dances, they do all that because they have to feed that lust. Carnal minded. They have no self-control, no discipline, no nothing. So they can't be a good man, and she can't be a good woman to you because she's carnal minded. When she's carnal minded, she don't know nothing about the spirit. When he's carnal minded, he know nothing about the spirit. He don't know how to get into discipline. He don't want correction. Somebody with pride and somebody that's egotistic, they don't want correction. They're rebellious, and you stroke it. You stroke the rebellious. You make them stronger with your strength. Now you're lost. You don't know what to do. You're looking on social media. You got to sneak to get on social media, because when those toxic people are dominant over your life, they'll take you from social media. They'll take you from your friends. They'll take you from your family. They'll snatch you from your kids. Tell me I'm lying. I know I ain't. But that's one thing nobody could ever do. Even their father could not make me not love my kids. A man could not make me tell my kids to call them dad when that's not their father. Y'all messing the kids up from the beginning. You are, and you don't want to admit it, but you want to project. See, it's a lot of blaming, but nobody's being direct. Everybody is being indirect, and it's not fair, because you teach your kids to be liars as well. You teach your kids to hide the truth. You teach the kids to be insecure. Then when they grow up, they looking for someone to abuse them also. It's a trait that be passed down through these bloodlines. And it's horrible, because it's a lot of children. I'm one of them, but I'm not unhealed anymore. I'm healed. So nothing can trigger me. Silent treatment can't trigger me. Ghosting me can't trigger me. Constructive criticism can't trigger me. Leaving me can't trigger me. Nothing triggers me, because I healed. I love me unconditionally. So when I do get that man, he's going to be just that man. He gonna know what unconditional love is now. Because see, this is the new version of me. The old version of me, I didn't care. I was very nonchalant. You tell me you're going out, go. But you're not gonna stop me from going, and that's something they do too. See, once they take all that power back from you, and then you decide you want to go heal, now they get fragile. And they are very dangerous when they in that state. They're very dangerous. They're very sensitive, because now you're giving them a no. So now you're actually electrocuting them, because you said, what? No, no. Who you been hanging around? Who you on social media talking to? You got a new man? You got a new woman? Who you been talking about? Who you been checking up? I need you to get off of social media. I need you to isolate. I can go out, but you got to stay home. You got to ask, can you go somewhere? But when they're ready to go out, I'll be back. I'm going to hang with my homeboys. See, it's a one-way street when you're dealing with a toxic person. And it's only because you always been in that position. See, I never been in a bully position, and I never let nobody control me, because I don't want to control you. I'm not going to ask questions that you cannot ask me. So if you decide you want to go out with your homeboys, my ex used to try this, and I was like, he's a crazy one. He would go out, stay out 2 or 3 days. I'd be like, I'm supposed to stop my shine because you went out 3 days. I would go out. Oh, where you going? I want to cuddle. I don't want to cuddle. You ain't cuddle with me for 3 days, and I'm not gonna cuddle with you for 3 days. And when I started stepping out, it was too late, because I already knew it wasn't no coming back for me. The relationship was over. My ex, he called me right now. He'll find all kinds of pages to call me. I don't want to talk to him. What we got to talk about? There is no coming back together. There's no reconciliation. There's none of that. You had your chance. And when you blow it, you blown it. And that's how y'all got to do. Y'all got to stop letting these toxic people come back and interrupt your healing. If you're going to heal, heal. And not just from that relationship, from whatever ship took you away from you. You only know what hurts you, what hurted you. And a lot is from childhood. A lot of mothers don't get along with their daughters. So now you're a bitter woman. So now you're going to argue all the time. You're going to complain all the time. Nothing ain't never right. You're going to tear your own home down, because you're going to like to argue. You're going to like to call names. You're going to like to be sneaky. You're going to like to be deceitful. A man can't handle that. A man don't want to hear this all day in his ear, nagging. You ain't cleaned that. You peed on the toilet. You got hair in the tub. I mean, I heard all this from women. I'm like, what is you doing? What did you get the man for? To beat him up? And the men be, I don't, I mean, I done seen women in my family got them men like on child mode. They okay. I mean, the toughest men ever then got sucked in by a serious demonic spirit that is on that soul. Women are dangerous. Those Delilahs, they are dangerous. They out to kill. And just as well as those men, they out to kill and they will kill. That's why if you're gonna let them go, let them go. Don't bring them people back in and give them false hopes just because they gave you false hopes. You don't fight fire with those people because when they on the limb, dumb people is on the limb. They like, okay, you told me we were gonna get back together. What happened? What changed you? And now you laughing about it, but they don't see it funny. They are on their last wit and they will take your life because now they feel like you like everybody else that came into their life. Now you're laughing at them. Now you're rejecting them. Now you abandoning them. Now you don't want no more to do with them. They'll take that all the way back from when they were destroyed as a child. A lot of people can't recover. I'm not sitting here saying everybody in this whole earth gonna recover from a sorry, no good for nothing childhood because a lot of people don't know how to come back. It takes work to come back. It takes work to shut that noise up. All you hearing all your life from people you love, you ain't no good. You will never be nothing. You will never amount to nothing. You will never make it to C18. You will never make it to do this. You will never be in a healthy marriage. You will never amount to this. You will never get a business. You will never. You hear this from people you love, but they don't love you. They're showing you different. Your parents talking to you like this and you feeling this is somebody that you think they're supposed to be there for you, protect you, guide you, raise you up to be the best woman or man that you can be. They can't give you that kind of love because they didn't have it and they pass down the poison. They tell you you're fat, you're ugly, you're skinny, your bumps on your face, ain't nobody gonna want you, ain't nobody gonna love you. That stuff stick with people. How you doing, Monica? How you doing, sunshine? But I think I said it right. Wait a minute now. No, it's more. What? How you said morning? I ain't got my glasses, y'all. I see the Mornin. I think I said it right. But how you doing? But that's how it is. So a lot of these people that come out and get a quick fix, that's why they be so quick to rush into your life because they need some security. They need some supply. Supply is energy. Supplying because the woman look better than you, or that woman got a better shape than you, or that man got a better job than that man, or that man's size down there is bigger than that man's size. It's not about that. It is nowhere near about that. It's about supply. They need energy. They need a boost. They need some power up. It's not that they're coming in there loving you and kissing on you and putting you in the bed real quick. And I'm talking about either or. Women know how to seduce a man. They know what a man like. They know what type of perfume, cologne or whatever to wear for that man. They know how to dress up. They know how to get real cute. They know how to make a man lust after them. You don't think women don't get in their house? Their house be dirty as all outdoors, but they sure know how to make up their bodies just to get some supply. They get a little finance, they get a little romance, and they're gonna do it to the next man, and they're gonna do it to the next man, and they're gonna do it to the next man, and they're gonna do it to the next man family. They know how to play their roles. They're carnal minded. They don't mind jumping into a relationship for 3 months and kick rocks in it after 3 months. They don't even last 3 months, maybe 2 weeks. They'll get in and suck your energy from you. And now you in la la land. And now they in another la la land because now they got to go take what they got from you. They done suck the energy out of you. Now they got to use your energy on somebody else. Get their energy. It's shifting. They know how to shift from home to home. That's why they don't mind laying down with anybody quickly because they know sex is a captivity. It imprisons a lot of people because a lot of people get sex mixed up with love. Sex is not love. We love making. You're not love making, you're lust making. You're not doing nothing to connect to each other's soul. Just because the chemistry is there, that don't mean it's a forever chemistry. It's just enough chemistry to get you down on your knees and keep you there until I return. And a lot of people does this. They get them, ghost them, silent treatment, 3 or 4 months, and then they come back around and you just so happy go lucky. No, you should not be happy go lucky to see somebody after 3 months then ghost you and communicate with you and talk to you and did nothing with you, and you still waiting for them to come back for a return. You ain't even gonna wait on your package that long. If you got a package coming in the mail and they tell you this package is going to arrive in a week, you're going to be at that mailbox. You're going to be tracking that device. You're going to be having that tracking number to see if they made it. And especially if it's a package you've been waiting for forever. Why would you let your soul go undone like that? Your value is more important than a package, a man, a woman, and anything else that's going to tear you down. It's all around us. It's not just in the home. It's all around us. It's on the outside of home. If you a people pleaser, you was a people pleaser in your family. If you got bullied and you can get bullied in your job, you got bullied in your family. If you can get in a relationship and you can get bullied in your relationship, you got bullied in your family. It comes from the childhood, how you came up. If you full of pride, you had a lot of pride in your family. You might have certain family members that looked up to you as a favorite and just made you feel so high and mighty that everybody in the world is beneath you. Now they don't instill pride into you. You can be abused all different types of ways in this family. Dysfunction is dysfunction. Rather, you've been praised because you make a good money or you got a nice degree or you the first business owner in the family. Yeah, because you are what they wanted to be. That's why you in these jobs. That's why a lot of children in these jobs now. And I didn't want to be this. My mama wanted me to be this. Yeah, you live in your mama's dream. What is your dream? You live in daddy's dream. You live in the family dream. Everybody in the family lawyers. Why you want to be a doctor? Because I want to be a doctor. Why you want to be a supervisor at a restaurant? Because I want to be a supervisor at a restaurant. But it's all different types of ways we become dysfunctional. You get out there and you think you're better than other people. You're dysfunctional because you're thinking you're God's gift to the world, but you're Satan's gift to the world. Because if anybody is insecure, dysfunctional, they got to make this image. Don't embarrass my image. Don't you humiliate me, but I can humiliate you. I can tear down your image. I can taunt your image, tarnish your image, but you better not do mine. That's the devil. And that's how it goes. Either way we look at it, either way we want to look at it, you got to take your power back. Or you're going to have to fight to get your power back because toxic people are clingy when they feel like you're healing. Now they're going to come back. They're going to text you 1,000 times. I don't care if you block them or not. They're going to find another way. They're going to go through your family members, whoever weak in your family, for that person. They can pay them off. I'll tell you where they at. See, if they wasn't trustworthy when you were a kid, why you think they're trustworthy while you're an adult? Their mission is to keep you beneath them. A lot of people want power. A lot of power. Yes. Yes. And when they want to be free, they're gonna go get freed. You ain't gonna stop them no matter what. They'll start an argument. They'll nitpick. They'll make you discard them. They'll make you tell them to get out. See, it's all kinds of games to evil. When we had our parents, well, I didn't grow up with my parents. I grew up with my mom for a little bit, but not much. But when I did grow up, it was horrible. And I'm not trying to down her, but it was just what it is. That was the way my journey was dealt for a reason. But my mother can't make me relive my 11 and 12 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8-year old life anymore. And I was riding today on the highway. And it's this certain highway that I have to go around going to Stevensville, Maryland, if y'all know a little bit about Maryland. And I travel a lot. I love to travel. I am not one that do not like to sit in. I'm not a homebody. I'm a very adventurous woman. I'm very exciting. I'm very high vibrational, but I'm also wise and I'm stern. So I got a lot of different ways to me, but I don't play games. I do not believe in stepping over boundaries, and I totally believe in respect. No matter if the person is disrespectful. If the person is disrespectful, I know not to interact with that person because I already know that person is going to cross my boundaries. And I'm not going to come out my character when I already can see it for what it is. I never ignore red flags. But I was going around a bend, and my childhood flashed right before my face. And I never forget, I was 14 years old, and I would not allow uncles and that household to hurt me no more. So I start running away from my grandfather's house. So I used to jump out the second floor window with a bag. I was like, I don't care where I'm going, but I'm getting out of here. I'm not going to be sexually abused. I'm not going to feel like I'm nothing. I'm not going to feel like, because if they see your parents abandon you, you think somebody going to take you in and treat you right. They see your parents don't love you. That why I got to love you. You are just another supply for grown people to tear you down as well. You're not protected whatsoever. So I never forget, I ran away the last time and I was like, I'm not going back in that house. I don't care what y'all do to me. They put me away in a girl's home. They told the judge I was a runaway. I was a troublemaker. I was a problem child. And I was in the back seat of, y'all know how them CEOs, when they take those inmates and they put them in these vans and they got the cage and you sitting in the back. And I was sitting in the back. I never forget. I was 14 years old. I was crying my eyes out, and I thought about that the day as I was going to make a delivery. And it was that. It's always that bin I go around and give me a little flashback. But the day the flashback was more positive than any other day. The day I was like, oh my goodness, Father, they abandoned me because I would not allow them to sexually abuse me, verbally abuse me, physical. We just got fighting real bad all the time. And I would not let them mentally abuse me. So I went around that bend and I thought about it and I was like, I never forget that cry that I had. I felt so alone. I felt so rejected. I felt so abandoned. I didn't have a mother. I didn't have a father. And at that time, both of those people were living. I didn't have nobody to come to that girl's home to visit me. They thought that I was crazy, but I was broken. I used to go in padded rooms. They made me think that I was crazy, that I was disobedient, that I was disrespectful, I was rebellious. They said all these negative things about me. And I never forget that whole year, I felt empty. I felt lost. I felt like, what am I here for? Everybody that come in my life, they always rejected me. They always abandoned me. They always trying to sexually abuse me, verbally abuse me, physically abuse me. And I never forget that last day that I had to come back here. I was like, where am I going to go? You got to go back to where you came from. I was like, I don't want to go back there. So I went back there and I start running away again. And that's when I came across my kid's father. And then he was like, what, who you with? And I was like, nobody. He was like, you're going to be my woman. I'm 15 years old now. 15. A grown woman taking on grown woman things at 15 years old. So he started clothing me. He told my grandfather, I'll take her, I'll take care of her. And I'm like, I felt like they were selling me in slavery, like, man, everywhere I go, they got to say so in my life. And when I got with him, he started clothing me, he started doing things for me, then he started being abusive as well. I couldn't go out, I couldn't go nowhere. And I was like, I'm going out. So one particular night, I went out. He was like, did I tell you to go out? You ain't going nowhere. I'm going out. I'm only 16 years old. I'm getting abused here too. It was always somebody trying to take me and belittle me or take my power. So this particular day, I went out. This whole city know it. I went out there at the projects where they everybody used to hang out back in the day. And here he come bullying. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you're grown now. And I'm like, I'm on my own. I mean, yeah, you're taking care of me, but what's your purpose of, having me in your life? He said, take off my shoes, take off my shirt, take off those shorts. He had brought me a whole Russell outfit. I never forget, it was a green one. And I had on Nikes, green, blue. It all matched. He said, take it off. Give me all my clothes back. You want me to give you your stuff back here? Y'all. I took off everything. I was butt naked, like I came in the world, and I started dancing all around the projects. And he went and he started hitting on me, and the dudes was like, "No, no, 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 no." He was like, "She butt naked, but you asked me for your clothes. You asked me for everything back." See, I was never a woman you can challenge. You can never dare me to do anything. And they always dared me. All my life, I've been just giving my power away just so somebody can love me or see me for who they see me for. They don't care. When people are toxic and unhealed, they only want people that is vulnerable. And when they think that you're vulnerable, see, I'm never vulnerable. I'm not afraid of losing no one or anything. Because I know if you're coming in my life with red flags, you coming in my life with this dominion, like you ready to conquer me. That's where the problem coming in. I never would allow nobody, and I've been left rejected. I was left abandoned, abused, all kinds of ways, but I fought. I fought my whole entire life. And nobody cared. Nobody showed up. Not my parents. Nobody showed up. To see me, to watch over me. They didn't care where I went. They only started caring when I start coming around to reconnect. Then there was the manipulation. And if you got them toxic parents, never been in your life, and you start getting pregnant, what you getting pregnant for? What you having all these kids for? You know why they saying that? Because they wasn't a parent to you. They wasn't they did not do their mommy or daddy job with you. So now you get kids. They don't want you to love on their kids because now you're gonna bring guilt and shame to them because they don't want you to tell their grandkids that they were such horrible parents. So a lot of y'all try to people please your parents, so you're like the very people that hated you, rejected you, abandoned you, ghost you, silent treatment, project, sexually abuse, bully you. Parents do this to their kids. You get them stepdads that come in and molest the children. You got some dads that molest the kids sexually. That is a scar that some people just can't come back from. Some people can't. They can't. They can't shut the noise off. They can't shut the flashbacks off. It's projecting. Boom, boom. He raped me. Man, mama didn't believe me. Mama let it go on. Mama told me she don't believe it. This is stuff that a lot of people is dealing and battling with within. So you trying to hide it. You're trying to keep it a secret. So now you got to put on this false image like you just the best of the best. But soon somebody hurt you. Now they trigger. Now here come a trigger. I don't like men. He hurt me. No, that first man or that first woman didn't hurt you. You were already hurt. I was hurt badly. I was hurt. I was wounded severely as a child. Now that I bring it up, nobody want to hear it. Everybody in delusional states. No, I don't want you to be delusional now. I need you to remember. And I get attacked. I got attacked. I got attacked by my own brother, the one I helped through, because he wanted to live in delusion. When him and my mother used to war, I didn't go against him. I didn't call him names. I didn't go ruin his property. I didn't sit there and just be on her side and get him. No, used to tell my mom, "You got to apologize, mom. You got to take accountability." She'll start screaming. "Ah!" We had people on the phone listening and all that. I've been through it. They try to make me relive my childhood. This time I was not going for it. Either you're going to take accountability or we're going to detach. And a lot of people can't do it because it's too painful. I can't go back. It's too painful. So I'm going to project and make this person feel like they wounded me. They didn't wound you. They reopened a wound. That's why it feels so painful, because you try to hide what happened to you as a child. So now you got to have this persona like you had a good childhood, and as long as you go along with your delusional, dysfunctional family, guess what? Now you're going to be just like them. No, you got to fully heal, and you got to go back to the start line. Not go to the finish line, because the finish line, you ain't won nothing. But you got to go back to the start line. Who hurt you? Who took you away from you when you were innocent? Who tore you to shreds when you was an innocent, um, powerless child? See, that's where you got to go back to. I had to come back to it. And I dread it. And I was like, well, Heavenly Father, whatever you need me to do, I will do it. What do I got to do to heal? Because I was tired of these failing relationships. I was tired of getting into any type of workmanship, and they still make me feel like I was at my home. Then I'm getting into a relationship, and both of us warring at each other. I'm not going to back down, and they're not going to back down. So somebody got to back out. So I just backed out. They didn't like my backing out because when I back out, I'm going cold turkey. I'm not going to play tag you it, Twister, Monopoly, checkers, chess. I'm not no board game. I am a living soul that love myself. So now I tolerate nothing. Nothing. If you come in my life and you think you're going to play with me, no, I'm going to shut it down right now. Not shut it down when you think it's getting good to you. I'm going to shut it down when it get good to you. When you get comfortable, or you thinking she letting it slide, or you thinking she letting it go. No, I don't. I let people that come in my life and see how comfortable they get, how soothing they feel, how comfortable I make them feel, but they're not giving me back the comfort I'm looking for. And I don't look for much. I just need you to be authentic. I needed you to be you. But when a person is unhealed, secretly pretending to be disciplined, healed, a go-getter, consistent in what they doing, they got all the power to give you. They gonna make it better for you. They gonna take you off your feet, sweep you off your feet. And then as soon as you get comfortable with them, they knock you off your feet. They got you crying. They got you running back to the people they taught you to reject. They're making you hate your own kids. They're making you not even have time for your kids. You don't want no fun time no more because you're broken by the enemy. Now your kids want to go out in the park. I don't want to go out in no park. I don't want to go to McDonald's. We ain't got no McDonald's money. I don't leave me alone. I don't want to talk right now. Good, go on, go on. They want you to be that way. No, you don't. You take your time before you let anybody get too close to you. You got to see if they worth getting close to. And first, you got to quit dating and you got to go heal from the start line, the root. Who hurt you? Who abused you? Mentally, verbally helps the mental go crazy. Who, my ear itchy, y'all, excuse me. Who abused you? Verbally turn it into a mental. Who sexually abused you, that's a double whammy on the mental. Who physically abused you, that's a triple whammy on the mental. Who rejected you, that's another blow to the mental. Who rejected you? Another blow. Who manipulated you? Another blow. Who left you for dead in the middle of the deep blue sea that supposed to protect you, supposed to brought you up to love, to cherish you before you can cherish somebody else. Those are too many blows to the mind, and especially when you're spiritually empty. When you're spiritually empty and your lack of knowledge of your spirit, those are terrible blows that drives you insane. Now all you're doing is whining and crying and being bitter and tormenting your kids. A lot of kids get tormented by a tarnished parent. And it's been a cycle for years, decades, centuries, generations after generations after generations. Somebody got to cut it. Somebody got to move different. Oh, wait a minute. Living inside myself, living inside this shell, living inside your love. That used to be my song. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm lost somewhere inside my own dreams. Finding what life really means. He's talking about how he worn inside his shell. I love that song. That song will put you in some deep stuff. And I do not own the copyrights. And don't be getting on my lives. I mean, on my comment section talking about, yeah, you got a copyright. Of course, it's guidelines. Don't play with me. Let's have fun. Healing. Okay? Y'all, I love music. So, from her, my baby. I missed her so bad today. And now days are gone. Me and my love. I used to love her so much. Lost, living aside myself. You're lost because y'all trying to suppress unhealed, undealt with emotions. So you're going to be emotionally drained, but you're going to try to win somebody over by showing them that you can really do this, but you can't. You can't be consistent and strong on it because you're still broken within. You're still worn inside yourself and you're hiding what you feel. But when you open your mouth or somebody trigger you, you'll break down. Where you at? Why you don't love me? Why you rejecting me? Why you abandon me? Why you just leaving me? I love you. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't love you. And I'm really strong on loving yourself. Listen to music. Love to learn who you are. I don't care how you look. You can be burnt from head to toe. Love you. I don't care what somebody else tell you. Stop letting people in when you're not healed. And a lot of people come in when you're vulnerable. I never let vulnerability let somebody in to do me dirty because when I'm vulnerable, I'm watching for real. Like, why are you here? Since my daughter been dead or resting or whatever, men coming out the woodworks. I heard your daughter passed away. I follow you on Facebook. They don't give me no support. They watch me. So you got watchers. They want to see how you act. See how strong you are. Is you up here crying about it? You still mourning about it years after years after years. You know why? Because you have not confronted what hurt you first. And it wasn't that man or woman. That man or woman just put extra toppings on the pain. They added more. They're cutting you open deeper. They're just nicking at the womb, nicking, 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 and you opening up wider and wider and wider, and you're bleeding so much. You have to heal. You have to stitch it up, little by little by little by little. It's gonna take time. It took me almost 6 years to get here. I was an angry female. I didn't want to be around nobody. When I do be happy, I didn't take my anger out on people that didn't do it. People had to see me when they hurt me. I didn't run away from it. I confronted it. And sometimes you got to stand and you got to be strong in it and you got to stand on your business, as y'all say. You got to stand what you stand for. And that is, you're not letting nobody else come in your life and tear you down. Don't let nobody else take you from you. I don't care if that not come in your life and you and them having fun, 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 fun. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. Bye. Now that means I'm gonna get into myself. And the more you get into yourself, every day is crucial. You got to make every day crucial for that narc to return. Every day that narc is absent, that's more power you put back in yourself. You put so much power back in yourself. Don't go back to the people that hurted you as well. If that narc hurt you, you stand on your business. Don't go codependent back to your family because they the ones that hurt you first. So why would you run back to another enemy to keep you down? They're going to tell you to go back to it. Go back to it. It's okay. Just stay there a little longer. No, you go back and live in there a little longer. Let me go ahead and rest and get off of this fear train, this pain train. Get off these pain trains. Jump. If you got to roll down the hill, tumble on down. Go on. Let leaves come out your head, leaves out your mouth, sticks in your shoes. I don't care. Just jump. Jump off the pain train into recovery. You got to recover. It's too many blows. You be getting hit. You be getting hit with too many blows. And getting out of a relationship into another relationship, that's not recovery. You'll never recover. You will always hurt. You'll always bleed. And you'll bleed so bad you'll be numb. Now you are oppressing. Now you're sabotaging. Now you're blaming. Now you're nitpicking. Now you're pointing the finger. Now you projecting. Now you abandon. Because now you got to feed. You need some supply now. You got to go heal. You got to heal because if you don't heal, you won't go nowhere. I'm trying to look at my clock, y'all, because I only do an hour. But I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. And I know you do not want to go through so much pain. Pain is not what somebody want to sit on and dwell on every day. Every day you can't even smile properly because you're hurting so bad. And then you got to hide it because you don't want people to know that you're going through it. You can see it. We can see the pain. Is you okay? I'm okay. I'm well with my soul. What you doing to be well with your soul? Because if you ain't go heal, you got some kind of quick fix that is healing you to get through this process. And then after you get through the process, then you're gonna go right back to the one that hurt you or the ones that hurt you. And now you're back to square one again. You're recycling again and you're recycling again and you're doing it again and you're doing it again and you're giving your power away after you don't win and healed. No, it don't work that way. You will find somebody that's going to love you once you heal. You best to believe. Just because they reject you because they can't handle you. When you set boundaries, when you get on this high frequency where you ain't taking no more SB, I don't say BS, SB, Satan's bull. I flip that word. When you ain't, y'all say BS. I used to say BS too. But Satan's bull, I flip all my words. Satan's bull. You don't want it. If you ain't ready for it, you don't want that smoke. Real talk. That's a dangerous smoke. It can kill you. So I'd rather for y'all to go recover, go rewind, go get your journal. I got journal. I got me a new journal. It said be inspired. Be inspired about what you want, not what everybody else want, what everybody else instilled in you. Unplug from all these negative systems. If you're negative, go get some help. I ain't gonna tell you to go to God right off the rip because you don't even want to hear that because Satan on you too hard. You don't want to hear God. Sad to say, but hey, he the only one can deliver you from your sins. But you can go to therapy and talk about it. Let the therapist go ahead and get you right so it can bring it to the surface. But some of y'all do know where it's at. You just don't want to take accountability because evil is so strong on you. You don't think you're supposed to apologize because so many people in your life, you done jumped the ship and you done jumped the boat and you done took off a life jacket and you done stole some life jackets. You done throw people overboard just so you can win. But you're not winning. You're actually losing. You look like you're winning. And that's for the ones that's toxic. I mean, full blown, where you done broke down so many women and so many men and so many children. You got to pay. You might don't pay for it in this physical realm, but in that spiritual realm, you got to pay. And you don't want to pay the price that Heavenly Father got for you. Either you're going to do it right and go heal, or you're going to do it wrong and get killed. It's just only two ways with this. I suggest you go heal and recover. And whoever hurt you, who all those people that hurt me, it's cool. I didn't flip myself for bitter. I flipped myself for the better. And I grow right in front of them. Because me and Heavenly Father connection is so strong, ain't nothing can get through it. You might think you're getting through it, but you'll get your throat cut before I will. And you got to be that way, y'all. And I'm saying this because I love you. Trust me. I love souls so much. I tell them what's the truth. I don't care if I get backlash. I ain't had support all this long time. Why I look for it now? Because that man is going to come and show me who I am, and I'll show him who he is. We'll be pouring into each other. Not just he pouring into me or I'm just pouring into him. No, it got to come, what is it, reciprocity? I think that's how they say it, reciprocity, where you both is comfortable with each other, not in money, not in how the materialistic things look, but in each other's soul. Not a lust mate, but a soul mate. Not a flesh mate, but a soul mate. And wait for it because he or she will come. But until they come, put the work in. Y'all see right now I'm dressing up. I call this my dress up day. I brought some jewelry and I got some more stuff coming. So I'm dressing up, rearranging my whole wardrobe. I told you I'm getting into my feminine energy and I want to be feminine. And that's what I'm going to do. But I'm still strong. I'm not going to let any and everything come in my life because I still got hood in me too. Street credit still there. But don't let that side come out. Leave it alone. Let me be nice and pleasant, and let me wear my fingernails, and let me be cute. I put all kinds of stuff together. This supposed to be a spa band, honey. This a hairband. It's thick on the sides too, honey. What? I gotta go get my hair cut. I keep saying I'm going to my barber. I know he'd be like, this one right here. But I'm going. But right now I'm enjoying me. And I'm getting right for whoever gonna be enjoying me. And I'm enjoying them. But I do not keep my eyes and my prize on somebody that don't want me. And a lot of people don't want you because you're too strong. Understand that. But I love you all. Have a great night. Enjoyed you all. I love you all. Until tomorrow, be blessed, be kind to yourself, inspire yourself, get into a prayer life, go get some therapy to talk to, get somebody. They got free therapy online, all that kind of stuff. I didn't need therapy. I have the Holy Spirit, so that's comfort to me. But if you need therapy and you need somebody to talk to, because a lot of y'all are a wreck. You might don't look like it on the outside, but inside you are a train wreck. Jump off that train of pain onto that train to recovery. And I love you all. And if you got kids, pour into your kids, not a man. Your kids was there before that man. And if that man was there before your kids, if he ain't got no respect for you and your children, what are you doing? What are you in your house for? And if you got a woman, them stepmoms something different too. If you got a woman and she's cruel, she gonna be cruel to your kids. Don't be taking your kids around no cruel stepmother. Period. Off with the heads. Period. See ya.